Hey guys, welcome to Hot or Not Thursday, where I share with you if a product is awesome or if it's horrible. And in this case, we're keeping with the haul theme where I share with you a few items from one line. You guys seem to really like this, and Maybelline has brought out a ton of new products. I only got one that I shared with you in my giant drugstore haul video, which I will link below. And then I wandered back in the drugstore, and again, I mentioned this is the time of year where they bring out everything new. It's an amazing time for drugstore shopping, and Maybelline has a bunch of new stuff. They have new blush thingamadoos, they have new powders, they've reformulated their shadows, they have new lipsticks, they have cream blushes. I mean, there's just so much stuff to try, so I got my hands on a few items and let's dig right in. We're gonna start with the Dream Wonder Powder. Now, I am pleasantly surprised by this. I have been loving my Coty Airspun Loose Powder, but that's not exactly the best thing to take on the go or travel with. It is really messy, but it is an amazing, amazing powder for $2. A lot of you guys have been tweeting me photos and everything. I find it hysterical that everyone's loving that. But I have found a new favorite pressed powder. I had been loving in the past the Rimmel Stay Matte, but somehow it started making my skin look a little dry, and I think it's the time of year. But this guy, the new Maybelline Dream Wonder, it just really mattifies, but also leaves a nice silky finish, so it doesn't look patchy or dry or kind of exaggerate any dry spots. It just kind of remattifies the skin, gives you a little bit of coverage if you need it, and it's really nice on the go. It's very smooth. It's like a really soft powder. So you get the powder on the top, you keep a sponge down here, you have the mirror here, and the formulation is great. I don't really know what's new about this because they've had, I think they've had something very similar in the past, the Dream Silky Smooth Skin or something along those lines, but there's some type of new formulation, new technology in this makeup that is supposed to be amazing and make you look flawless, and I'm all for that, so love this. I am the shade Classic Ivory, and that seems to suit my skin very well, but they have a ton of different shades to choose from. Keeping with the powder theme, now I thought this was going to be more of a highlighter, and I had seen a sneak peek online that these were highlighting powders. This is the Master Highlight by Face Studio Highlighting Blush, and I picked up the shade Nude. They have a bunch of different fun shades. This had a lot of those gold and bronze tones that I like with a little bit of a rose shade mixed in here. It's like a mosaic pattern. I wouldn't just put this on the top of the cheekbones because it does have a pretty strong pink hue. I'm wearing it today as blush and it works beautifully as a blush. I really do love it. I just swirl it on the apples of the cheeks and it just kind of gives an added glow. It's not overly shimmery, but you can kind of see when I turn my head, it does give you a little bit of that nice glowy effect, which actually I really, really love during winter months because I don't like to overly highlight and overly bronze the face, but I still want somewhat of a glow. So a product like this is really, really nice. And again, it's that same kind of, the texture feels very similar. It's very soft, it's very blendable, and this was an absolute win. This is nothing terribly new. This is the Natural Smokes Quad from Maybelline. This has been around forever, but they keep reformulating the shadows, and for a while I wasn't liking them. I was like, they're powdery, they're chalky. I wasn't a fan, but I do love the shades in here so much. When I saw that they reformulated it to be a really long wearing shadow, I got very excited because there's just something about these four colors that work together so incredibly well. I'm wearing it on my eyes right now. I'm wearing the deep shade that's supposed to be for your liner. I'm wearing that on the outer edge of my eye and a little bit in the crease. And then I'm wearing this taupe shade that is just shimmery and gorgeous, and there's just something perfect about it all over the lid. It blends beautifully. I do find that these are a little more long wearing than the last formulation, and for drugstore shadow, I'm totally impressed. You guys saw in my giant drugstore haul that I picked up a few of the In the Buffs, I think that's the collection name, lipsticks. These are all a cream finish. They're beautiful, they're neutral. I think there's something for everyone. I was really, really excited that I found these. I actually found them a few times, but they were all used up and you know that whole drill. But my Rite Aid likes to put these super seals on here, so the packaging is not really attractive, but at least no one used them. Of the darker shades, I felt that Untamed Spice would be the best for my skin tone. It's not too dark. I don't do well with like the berry, like the deep vampy shades, and this just seemed a little more wearable, and it's quite nice. I like it. The texture across the board, dark or light shades, is just, it's creamy, beautiful, and I'm a big fan. I think these also blend really well with gloss. I picked up the color Bare All, which is the lightest in the collection, and this I don't think I could wear on its own. I would only do some highlighting with this shade because it is a really, really intensely light nude. I don't know that anyone would really want to use this totally on its own. You would have to work in some liner to like shape the mouth, and yeah, it's a very, very light nude. The one that I'm wearing today, which is my favorite of the bunch, is called Nude Lust. And it's just the perfect creamy natural nude. Now this time of year I actually prefer a little more color, but for the sake of this video I wanted to show you guys what it looked like on, and this is what it is. I think it'll look a little bit better when I have some color in my skin. I have been loading up on the sunscreen and not using any self tanner at all, so I'm quite fair right now, but this is still pretty wearable and I like it. You'll see the next one, Blushing Beige, looks almost identical. Like side by side, these look almost identical. However, this one goes on much lighter. It actually goes on lighter than it looks in the tube. And again, this shade, Blushing Beige, you want to use a liner or something to really define the mouth so that you don't just look like you put concealer over your mouth. But all in all, the formula is excellent. They're really fun, beautiful, neutral shades to choose from, and I love them. Now, the item that I'm kind of on the fence about, and I don't know if I just need to play around with it a little more, or if it just, sometimes you try a new product and you're not just like wowed by it immediately. And I had a lot of hope for these. Because they don't have a lot of cream stick blushes at the drugstore, but these Master Glaze blush sticks were just kind of so-so. I mean, they blend in and they kind of stick around for a little while, and I guess on like your natural days, if you're not going to over powder the face and you just want kind of a flush to your cheeks, these would work, but there's nothing that magic about them in my opinion. You don't get a ton of product in here. Like I haven't used this too many times, and you just get such a small amount in here, and it just doesn't wear as long as I want it to. But I think I'll keep these around just to kind of play with, maybe do a little highlighting on the lip, and yeah, but they were so-so. Not that I hate them, I just don't love them the way I do the rest of everything that I purchased. So that is what I was able to get my hands on as far as what's new from Maybelline. I'm still on the hunt for baby skin. They have a primer, you know how they have baby lips, they have baby skin, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. So I might do a hot or not on that once I finally find it. Other than that, let me know in the comments below. I still have like a bunch of stuff from Physicians Formula, Revlon, there's so much new at the drugstore right now. So leave me what you want reviewed next. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you do, and I will see you in my next one. Mwah!